Right back at you, man. Like I said, we in the year 2021. You know what I mean? Every day is a new day, man. Every day is another day. It's a new day, basically. So we in a new day, and this new day continuously is gonna require a lot of discipline. You feel me? A whole lot of discipline. I know we went through a treacherous year, a pandemic year. That's what most are calling it. It was a tragedy. You feel me? Just like any other year, you have your tragedy, but you also had some good times. You feel me? And it was an on and off. It's according to your situation and how you look at it. You feel me? If you're going through any bad situation, I advise you to look at it from a different point of view. Most of us, like myself, the devil don't even have to do nothing. We are beating ourselves up. You feel me? I'm literally be beating myself up with the constant work that I put on myself and my obligations and everything else that's in between that I put on myself. So sometimes, man, the devil ain't gotta do nothing, man. I'm doing it to myself. You feel me? So of course, a man requires you. You are required to want the best for yourself, and you want to strive and everything else. But do not put too much stress on yourself. Do not worry, man. Look, look at the leaves. Look at the leaves and look at the trees and look at the animals. They don't need no clothing and they don't have to worry about no food or anything else like that. God provided for them. They are dressed. They finest. They got the finest clothing on. The tree got the finest leaves and the wood and everything else. Everything. Look at the mountains. Well clothed. Look at the birds. The birds are flying. They're well clothed. In my flyers day, I've never looked this fly before. And what I'm saying, I'm basically reciting quotes from the Bible, but saying it in my own words. It could sound word for word, but I'm saying it the way I know it best. And I'm trying to tell you that none of these things worry, so you don't need to be worrying too. Everything will come to you, man. Just have some patience, man. It requires patience. Of course, you gotta do what you need to do, but have no worries, man. You feel me? You have a new day today. Enjoy it. And it's gonna require a lot of discipline on your part. You feel me? Temptations will come your way, but I just gotta be disciplined. That's all. The problems that I face are cause I caused those problems. You feel me? This year's gonna require a lot of discipline, accountability. You feel me? That's all. The problems is gonna come, man. The problems is gonna come. But just know that it's gonna require a whole lot of it. It's just gonna require you just to be. Hold on. Every time I sit on this side of the fence, every time I see the trees behind me, look at the trees behind me, look at the leaves behind me. Clothed very nicely. Every season it changes its clothing, you feel me? But yet come back to itself. It does not worry, you feel me? So do not worry, man. Do not worry. I always say that, man. Don't worry, man. Have no worries. Regardless of how bad it gets, just know that God got you. God always got you. You feel me? Of course, you have to do your best to meet your goals and your requirements and everything else, but have no worries, man. God got you. Have no worries about that too. Have no worries about him. God got him too. You feel me? Regardless, even the one that don't deserve it, God got them. You dig? So, and God forgives, and we forgive too. You feel me? I know people say God forgives, but I don't. That's a lie. We always forgive. We forgive just like our Father does. So that's something we cannot escape. So be forgiven this year. Be very disciplined. Be selfless and selfish at the same time. Have balance. You can't. You feel me? Just be selfless and selfish at the same time. You just know how to maneuver between the lines. One thing you do not do, don't hate. Try your best not to hate, man. It's not needed, don't do it. You feel me? Do not give away your self-righteousness to somebody else. You worth more than that. You feel me? Don't let somebody tempt you to do something that is out of character. You feel me? Don't let that person take that power away from you. That's control. Have some control. When I say discipline, you just gotta have some control. Make sure that nobody takes away that kind of power away from you. Don't let nobody tempt you and everything else and say that he made me do it. You see what you made me do. I know I spoke about this the last time, but it's very, very important. I'm gonna keep reciting the message. Always have some self-control over your thoughts, because your thoughts are your members. You feel me? And you get to choose. Just like our body, millions and trillions, millions of cells die every day, and they are replaced. And you have to also kill your thoughts every day and replace it with new thoughts every day. And this is how you become yourself, basically. Because I know our body have limits and everything else like that, but you want to get to a point where you're better than the body itself. You want to get to a point where you let your mind control everything else. You feel me? You want to get to a point where you don't have to kill up no bad thoughts or any cells. The members that you keep are the members that you move forward with. You feel me? This is a whole different ball game. Like, it's a whole different thought frequency that you gotta be on. You feel me? You gotta get to the point where there's no need for, even if the bad members come in, you know, yo, this membership, another ship, every ship, relationship, membership, any kind of ship, anything that moves you. You feel me? Because life is constantly moving. It's in a vibrating position. Everything that you see seems like it's still, but it's vibrating at a very high frequency. So do not be the devil and think that you be still, because you need to be vibing. You know, you gotta be in the vibe shit. Good vibes only. You feel me? People always talk about good vibe this, a good vibe that. In order to be vibrant, you feel me? Anything that vibrates, even a dildo, when it vibrates without the right instrument, it is not gonna vibrate. You feel me? So you need to. I know that was a bad word, but you need to be in a vibing position. You feel me? You need to constantly be moving, like frequency-wise. When I say moving, you don't necessarily have to move your body and everything else like that. But when I say moving, it's more like a relationship or any membership or anything else like that. Make sure that you are strong together. You feel me? Make sure that your thoughts are at one. You feel me? Make sure that and when I speak to you, I'm speaking to myself too. So this is a message to myself. You feel me? And anybody else who can resonate with it, you feel me? Fuck with it. But make sure that you're doing the right things. That's all. Like, you feel me? I know people are gonna come and tempt you, and frustration is going to be there and everything else like that. But make sure that you are in control. You feel me? Make sure that you don't deviate from the vibration that you are, or the frequency or the currency that you want. Make sure that you stay still. You feel me? Make sure that you in your position, because trouble will come. You feel me? It's just how you handle it. You dig? Like, you know what I mean? I went to church when I was young and everything else, and I thought I wasn't paying attention. But I guess those things stuck with me without even me knowing it. Even when I was spoken to about doing good. You feel me? And all those things that were installed in me without me knowing is helping me out today. So you just gotta be careful of the things that you let you around. You feel me? You gotta be careful of the members that you allow around you, because they will have an influence on you. You feel me? If you have a good apple amongst bad apple, that apple is bound to get rotten. You feel me? So I'm very grateful of the things that I learned through the scriptures and everything else like that, because it helps me out a lot. A lot of people be like baffled. And I'm baffled sometimes, because I don't even know how I do it. And I'm like, damn, how do you still stay calm? Feel me? How can you be in the midst of bad apples and still not get rotten? And this is what I'm telling you about. This is a whole nother level of frequency. You just gotta make sure that you vibe it. Like, you can put me as a good apple among bad apples, and I'll take some form of knowledge from them. I only take what is necessary for me, You feel me? And I still vibe at what I'm at. You feel me? And make sure that that does not influence me in any form or shape. And it's very, very important that we do that. You feel me? Because of even any form of fruit, mountains, trees, even the tree behind me is vibrating at the same frequency. You feel me? And we are the finest specimen of what God has made. If you look at the Bible, if you read the Bible, you can see that everything else was created before we were created. You feel me? So every piece of every living thing has been made. You have to understand this. Let me see. How can I put this? If you take a look at a ceiling fan, right? Yeah, let's just use a ceiling fan. You take a look at the ceiling fan. You have to understand that the parts were created at a certain part, and eventually it came together and made that ceiling fan. So each ceiling fan, or each piece of that ceiling fan, or each component of that ceiling fan has its own operation that it can be used for something else, or was used for something else. You feel me? But when it was brought together, it became something else, and that's us. Everything that you see, the trees, the animals, and everything else, we have all that in us. Oh shit! I thought that was my boss. I'm here talking shit. Oh, I got 2 more minutes. Yeah, so let me just finish this. So every piece of everything that you see around you, there's a piece of that in you already. That's why they always say that some people are using a reptilian, this reptilian. No, you gotta have balance. The reason why we are the way we are, because I can look in the mirror and think I'm seeing myself and my name is Jeffrey, but I'm made of trillions of cells. You feel me? And all those cells have come together to call me Jeffrey. If you listen to what's his name? Bruce Lipton on epigenetics, and he explains that very well. You see the birds in the skies and everything else like that. I don't even think you can see these niggas flying. Sometimes they're so little, it's very hard to spot them. But even when you see the cloud and everything else, and you see we 75% made out of water and everything else like that, and everything has come together to form you as an individual. So make sure that you're not just entertaining just one aspect of you. Make sure that you have balance. Make sure that in this year that you are disciplined, you treat people right. You know, have like I said, have balance in between the two. Don't be all good and don't be all bad. You feel me? Just use your mind. You know what I mean? That's all. Like, if it is what it is. I just had to throw that. I gotta throw a good message out there after all that complaining. Sometimes I just gotta just give it out. You feel me? So just when you take a look around your surroundings, just know that a piece of you is in you. Everything that you see is a piece of you. You feel me? So just make sure we have all that in you. You feel me? It's very, very important. I'm not sure what I'm gonna call this video. Probably self-love. You know what I mean? This year, it's gonna require a whole lot of self-love. Ain't nobody gonna come and do it for you. You have to find the time to do it for yourself. This pandemic didn't hit me that much because I've been in isolation for a very, very long time. I've been keeping to myself. I've been self-loving and self-esteem and self-requirements and everything else like that. So it is what it is. I've been here before. I've done it before. I know what it feels like. I know what it is. You dig? So I'll holla. You feel me? So that's it. And that's it. So I'm gonna come back in. I'll probably continue the message, but this video is called self-love or self-esteem.